the last time I picked up the telephone, it rang straight through to the police. What's this song we're singing? I don't think it's yet been named. Let's call it something fancy. We'll have to dance our shame. What just happened is I said to Uda that it was really nice to have a girl in the room for once, and Daniel, and then I said, because it's been all boys, and Daniel said, and you, which always does that thing how I'm not part of the boys club. I'm dying to get in, I just don't know how. One of the boys? That'd be great. Well, I called myself Emit Bloch for the first time when I was living in LA, and my housemate, I ran a magazine with my best friend from high school. So one Sunday morning, we had this balcony that overlooked the desert in Glassell Park region of Los Angeles, overlooking railroad tracks, and I was sitting on the porch with a morning cup of coffee, and two girls I'd never met came out onto the onto the deck, having poured themselves cups of coffee, and they listened to me play guitar for a little while, and they said, "You're pretty good at that, what's your name?" And I said, "Emit Bloch." Just came to me. We go to the fanciest bars, have a good time, then we'd head up to Stars and walk to the west side. That's where life is all about, to take a round, go around this big old town. Oh my God, oh my Lord, walking around New York City. All I want's not to be bored in a new pair of shoes so I can look pretty. I met him in the coffee shop. Basically, he used to go in the coffee shop, which is opposite where I live, and he used to be sitting in there, drinking coffee and writing in one of his many notepads, books, lyrics. I go in there with a dog, and she wants to say hello to everybody, and then he started quizzing me, because he quizzes everybody about certain things, and then I got talking, and then I kind of say hello to him, and that was kind of it. He lives the next ride down. I didn't come up with the idea to produce his album. He asked me what I did, and I told him, and then I asked what he did, and he told me. He's a singer, and he was kind of seeing if he could get in my studio for free, basically, to mix something, and I was like, I don't mix anything in my studio, but if you want to come in and do a track, we can probably work something out. And he came in and we did Lost Dogs with him and Simon. Since I was a kid, I've been waiting, finding snakes disguised on desert mesas. If he hadn't gone in that coffee shop, if I hadn't gone in that coffee shop, I'd have never met him. I'd seen him around the neighbourhood and always crossed the other side of the street, but this time I couldn't.
You actually crossed the other side of the street?
Yeah, have you seen what he looks like? We ain't This song was inspired by seeing those lost dog posters that they'll put on telegraph poles. But lots of times those posters show the animal, and occasionally those posters show the animal with the owner. Like in this particular poster that inspired this one, I saw this poster where a small lap dog was being held really tight by an elderly woman that said "Lost Dog," please, you know, all the requisite things that those posters say. And all I could think was, go dog.
Piano.
Like a silver snake in the busy all night long, doesn't take the time because he doesn't think it's wrong. One is in the cellar and the other's in the ponds.
I don't know how he's getting all those notes. It's supposed to just be a normal C recorder.
bar just to do the snake
yeah.
drum.
You start with that.
Like a simple snake, he's busy all night long, doesn't keep the time and he doesn't think he's wrong. One is in the cellar and the other's in the pond, swaying for a shotgun, slippery then gone. He's a wire on a telephone, disappeared down holes. Oops.
Who have you had in the studio?
Emit Bloch,
Yeah?
Amy Winehouse.
She's coming in this little place.
Yeah, she's coming here. Dido's been in here. Faithless. As you hit, it's quite a kind of complex sound. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different elements going on. You know, it's all been recorded as traditional country, basically. That's all it's totally been recorded as, a traditional country record. But I've been able to get bits of it and just pick them and do what I want with them. And then Simon starts doing something else which isn't a kind of country thing, and then you know, it just works off each other, basically. But originally it's all been written as a country record. All the demos, original demos, are country demos. You know.
Yeah, it's going to actually...
Dull as dishwater.
Crazy character, terrible music. That's how I'd sum it up.
That doesn't make you sound very good.
Oh, sorry. Great music, terrible character.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll tell you, Emit invading my life.
That's terrible.
Morning, noon,
Yeah.
evening, night.
Yeah.
Even the dog prefers him to me.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those classic situations where someone comes in amicably and
Takes over.
to take over. And expects and doesn't realize there's an issue. It's like, dude, good morning. Should we make some coffee? There will be this, there will be this. When they get to Norway, when they get to Norway, they'll have to unpack many suitcases. Inside them will be a note signed all of their best friends, saying, lovely folks, we're gonna come visit you on your ranch on the fjord, on an ocean liner, making sure that you won't ever get bored. They will be missed, they will be. When I'm on my own, I just play harmonica and pick a guitar, and I very much feel that it's predominantly for Simon, Peanut, and myself, which is a team that I love. It's Peanut supplies the mod, Simon provides the hippie, and I provide the hick. And
how much do you let them decide?
I don't let them, but Simon just does all the deciding anyway, because of his disposition.
The album is, it's been fun, it's been good. It's come out of nowhere really, this album, I think. Me and Emit jammed together, we met through a mutual friend, Piney. Wrote some tunes, Peanut heard them, spruced them up, made them sound great. It's been a long process of ups and downs. Yesterday we had a bit of a bogey mix, Fancy Address. Which is a song that kind of evolved into mayhem at the end.
Well, it's not the fur coat sleeping bag or the tramp with the diamond tooth or the Rolls Royce we're sleeping in with a case of good vermouth. No, let's just call it like it is.
There's basically three bands that we really influence ourselves on, me and Emit, when we're jamming. The first one is the Grateful Dead. Great band, vibing, psychedelic music. Skinnered is the next one, which is straight out, rock country, balls out, great stuff. Thirdly is Aerosmith. Early Aerosmith, because we like a bit of rock.
It'll keep me This song, Loose Tooth, really simple. Just I have a loose tooth and the back stinks to high hell, leaking pus all the time. And I know that that's socially unacceptable. I started to make an allegory for that in the conventional wisdom. The conventional wisdom being, you need to get that tooth looked at, you need to get it fixed. And the fact that it's a wisdom tooth is, the fact that I'm not getting it fixed is so against the grain of the conventional wisdom. The record's called Cosmic Americans. It's a depiction, I think, an oral depiction and a storyteller's depiction of a country that is quite at home with various extremes. Extremes of poverty, extremes of natural challenge, spiritual extremes. It's a Wild West. I got it one time in there. I almost think of the term Cosmic Americans as an oxymoron. But man, when you've got cosmic in America, it's as cosmic as cosmic gets. As Martin says, this area here is a bit like sperm traveling to an ovum. So my conjecture is that at one point the deity is responsible for assigning our physiognomy to us, looked at a similar puddle and said, let's make beings which need sperm to travel to their ovums. Voila, humanity. Well, that's the way to my cabin, you know, but you can't stay very long, because just getting here is more than half your fun. And when you're getting home, it's sweeter, 'cause you came. So back at the pain, peeling window, turning left down a path through a valley where a stream cuts a cleft under clouds, a tumble with you from an ocean far away. That's the way to my cabin. Oh, that's the way. Oh, that's the way. And it takes all day. Plan your lunch by the river and wear good boots, 'cause that's the way to my cabin, you know.